Unless you have been living under a rock for the last 5,000 years, you have heard about yoga and you probably have your own opinion about it. Does this sound familiar? I have to be flexible to do yoga, or only vegetarian hippies do yoga, or they are singing in oming, definitely not for me. Or my workout time is precious, why would I waste it on something that's less effective than my usual routine? Or it's too easy, I don't burn enough calories. My short answer, don't knock it till you've tried it. I've had so many students leaving class saying, wow, that was so much harder than I expected. And the truth of the matter is, practicing athletic yoga can truly transform your body and absolutely has the potential to develop muscle tone, burn calories, and increase mobility and flexibility, and gives you a strong core, all of which leads to a leaner, more toned body and gets you the results you're looking for. And the kicker, and we all know this, it comes with incredible benefits because along the way you release excess energy, clear your mind, and lower your stress level. Of course, it depends on what style of yoga you choose, but an athletic approach like vinyasa, ashtanga or power yoga is the way to go if you want to see a physical transformation. Sure, the changes in your body don't just show up overnight, you still need to practice on a regular basis. But starting with your first yoga practice, you will realize that a beautiful body is a healthy, strong and well-functioning one.
As old as yoga is, you could say it's the original functional fitness and bodyweight training. And clearly, strength and health were at the forefront of the practice. The mental benefits were an intentional byproduct that happens naturally when you follow the path of a regular practice. Since yoga is a form of bodyweight training, you mostly work with your own body weight, which allows you to create a lean toned body that is strong without building bulk. And keep in mind, with the focus on alignment, your body and muscles work more efficiently while at the same time reducing the risk of injury. And another point worth mentioning, during an athletic flow, you provide your joints with the right amount of stimulation to release tension, as well as plenty of fresh oxygen through the breath work, which is an essential part of yoga. With that said, don't just take my word for it. Multiple studies have shown that a regular yoga practice is just as effective as traditional strength training exercises and improves functional fitness and significantly increases muscle tone and strength. And if you're still skeptical about wasting precious workout time on yoga, let me give you a few pointers on what a strong and athletic practice can do for you.
The number one question is always whether or not yoga builds muscle tone and strength, and the answer is yes. However, since we are mostly working with our own body weight and using only a few props, it is true that it requires a little more skill and time than if you were to lift weights. That being said, yoga is a much more natural and safe way to build muscles, and it can be just as effective as weights when it comes to building a stronger body. If, for example, we look at arm balances and inversions, they are very effective in building upper body strength. And we are not just talking about crazy poses like firefly, handstand, side row. There are plenty of simpler poses like plank pose, chaturanga and down dog that are just as good. The same goes for all warrior and standing and balancing poses. They are really great workout for your legs and give you your burn, and they're easy to adjust in difficulty. Plus, they not only strengthen your entire lower body, but are excellent to build unilateral strength, which is highly effective for other sports. With that said, yoga wasn't intended to be a workout in a traditional sense, but even so, you can make it as hard or easy as you want, and it gives you fantastic results.
course, you've heard that yoga makes you flexible. And yes, there's a reason why people think of twisting themselves into a pretzel when they hear about yoga. Here's the thing. With a flow practice, you gradually loosen up the muscles and the connective tissue that connects the bones and surrounds the joints. And on top of that, you don't just work a particular body part, but instead you move the whole body and focus on creating a full range of motion. Plus, you increase blood flow to the muscles, which improves their function. Two of the reasons why yoga became so popular in dance and martial arts. So believe it or not, yoga is not about stretching. It's about increasing mobility and flexibility while maintaining and improving strength.
You've probably been there. You go to the gym, lift heavy weights, and the next day you're in pain. Whenever you're experiencing DOMS, which means delayed onset muscle soreness, a juicy yoga session can help and provide some relief. Like we talked in the previous point, with a good session you increase blood flow, bring nutrients and oxygen to the muscles, and with that improve their function and ultimately feel better. And just a tip on the side, when you're sore, make sure that you stay hydrated at all times.
Like we talked earlier, balancing poses are an important part of the yoga practice. They give you the ability to control your body and movement in space. Playing with balancing poses in a flow teaches the body to quickly correct itself and also to produce stable quality movements. So they literally create the perfect body-mind connection. And let's not forget, through repeated training, you decrease correction time and increase perfect correction. So let's have fun. Go for the challenge and balance. And when you fall out of a pose, try again.
Yoga keeps you young, so let me give you an insight that usually nobody talks about. For one, yoga has been known to increase DHEAS and growth hormone, but on the other hand, it also helps to increase telomerase activity, which is an enzyme that helps our telomeres to stay long and healthy. Telomeres are strands of DNA that sit at the end of each chromosome. Every time our cells divide or our DNA replicates, these telomeres shorten a bit. And if they get too short, cells no longer function correctly or may even shut down. So if we can produce more telomerase activity through yoga, we can maintain telomere length and with that reduce cellular aging. And I have another great benefit that will keep you young. With a regular yoga practice, like 3 to 4 times a week, you will balance your blood pressure, decrease your heart rate, synchronize and reinforce inherent cardiovascular rhythms, and strengthen baroreflex, a homeostatic mechanism that keeps your blood pressure constant. So keep your blood pressure in check and do some yoga.
Most of us think of stress as a mental or emotional thing, but the truth is that stress also has a huge impact on the body. Stress activates your sympathetic nervous system, the fight or flight response, which over time can lead to many chronic health issues. And while some stress over a short period of time is good for us, there has to be a balance. Practicing yoga regularly helps you to activate your parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and relax response, which reduces stress and lets you deal with a challenge a lot easier. Keep in mind, one of the major aspects of yoga is the breath work. And we all know that when we slow down our breath and deepen it, we can relax and feel much better in just a short little while.
I know, not many people talk about this, but it's worth a mention. Yoga builds stronger bones. A study by Dr. Lauren Fishman revealed that practicing yoga can improve bone density. The 2-year study showed that people actually gained bone density in this long-term study compared to their counterparts who didn't practice yoga. They actually lost a little bit bone density. Interesting is that most people still think that only common weight-bearing exercises like running, jumping and lifting provide enough stress on the bones to maintain or increase their density. I guess this would be the time to rethink, because yes, you can absolutely build or rebuild bone density with a strong yoga practice.
The more vigorous your yoga practice is, the more calories you burn, and with that, you can lose or maintain a healthy weight. A study from Seattle looked at 15,000 people and confirmed that with a regular yoga practice, you can decrease your weight. Of course, you still have to watch what you eat. But just on the side and out of my own experience, you hardly see people having a burger and fries after a yoga session. So if you choose an athletic yoga practice, then yoga can definitely be considered strength training. And it's great for shedding a few pounds. And to bring it all together, you don't have to be Gumby-like to start. Just be ready for a fun, sweaty challenge and get all the benefits a strong practice has to offer.
And don't forget to download our free motivation guide. The link is in the description box below. Thanks for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe button so you get notified when a new video pops up, and it really helps our channel. See you in the next video.